When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd. And Thomas, the USA might be the best soccer team in the world.
USA all the way. I've been saying it for months now, but I think they're honestly probably about the sixth or seventh best right now. And, you know, that's a lot better than where we've ever been in our history. So USA is on the up and up. This is the best we've ever been, probably in soccer and in just great times.
There we go. Anthony got that vacation glow on him. Looking great, Anth. Welcome home. Everything good?
Thanks. Everything's good, man. Yeah. I tell you what, you get me in the sun, I tan like a chocolate chip cookie. So looking
They
fresh.
say that about Italians.
So I just got to do something with the little thing here. So,
No, looking great. Everyone got their summer tans on. It's been a great summer, and really diving right into it today because it's summer, because it's this time of year, because school taxes are due soon, because we're all local professionals. We're going to talk about tax escrows, school taxes, and what that means if you're closing around now, because it's different if you close in June and if you close in January, Anth.
yeah, I mean, it definitely does. It's going to affect, the time of year is going to affect how much taxes need held and what taxes are due. And it's very important that people understand that, because people don't. And they're looking at estimates that are completely incorrect.
And Tom, we could sit here and guess and check and just tell the buyer you'll find out when you get it from the closing company. But we do understand in Allegheny County, most school taxes are collected in July, August area. If the closing company can't confirm those taxes are paid, guess what? They're going to ask the buyer to prepay a whole year to make sure we have no problems in the future.
Yeah, and we're right in that time frame here. Everybody closing in the next couple weeks here. They're all going to have that same issue. They're going to be probably paying 13, 14 months of school taxes, which is the largest amount of the taxes. So I just was working with a buyer yesterday. They were like, oh, this bank's so much cheaper. I look at it. They got 2 months of taxes. I mean, it's not even like a national bank that's doing this. This is a local bank, pulled the wool right over their eyes, and was also pulling the wool over the real estate agent's eyes, because the agent literally was like, you're more expensive. Like, they're not going with you. And I'm like, oh, you just couldn't read it. You literally just couldn't read the estimate.
And
so, yeah, they ended up coming with us, right? They ended up West Penn. They are West Penn customers, which I am very grateful for. But it shouldn't come down to some scumbag loan officer putting 2 months in the taxes.
And as real estate agents, you guys should be able to highlight the escrow section. And let's start back from square one real quick, because I jumped into it. Anthony, escrow account. Explain it to us a little bit. What is it? Why do you have to have it? When can you not have an escrow account?
So I mean, an escrow account is a savings account essentially with the servicer when you get a mortgage, that you're not earning any interest and you're not paying any interest. It's basically building up every month as you make your payments. It builds up so that as those taxes and insurance come due, the servicer or bank will have the money to actually make those payments for you. Instead, if you don't escrow, then you're paying those lump sums all on your own as they come due. So it definitely is a convenience factor, because it's already built into your payment. You don't have to worry about it. And it's paid at the discounted rate, typically with the servicers. So the only way to get rid of escrow is to put 20% down or more. If you have less than 20%, you don't have that option. It's a requirement. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a convenience thing for sure.
And that's Anthony hit the nail on the head. If you have less than 20% down on a conventional loan, you need an escrow. On government loans, you need an escrow no matter what, pretty much. So a lot of buyers have escrow accounts. It's not us, again, as a lender or loan officer, flipping a coin, picking and choosing who gets one, who doesn't get one. Most of the time it's required. But how that affects a buyer's closing costs is huge, because just like Tom said, you can put any amount of months of taxes to start on a cost sheet for your escrow. But as a loan officer, we all know, especially this time of year, you need that full year. And it's a trick done over and over and over by banks and lenders to show lower months of your escrow, and everyone in the transaction is an expert should know it's not going to be 1 or 2 months. Those numbers are not real. And once you get the closing company is going to tell the buyer the tax escrow is however many months. And when their costs come in higher, that's going to really make everyone upset, especially the buyer, right before closing.
Yeah, and this is the call out to the real estate agents right now. You guys are the expert in the transaction. This is something you need to catch. If you miss this, this is not doing a good job at your job. Needs to be caught, because your buyers could be, it could be $5,000-$6,000 under what your buyer needs. So if you miss that, that's the same as the lender not putting it. So that's in my opinion. I think we all need to be on the same page, and we need to make sure that these escrow accounts are reading correct.
Well, how about this one, Thomas? My trainer, when I became a loan officer, was great Anthony LaPera. He always taught me, even when a buyer is escrowing or waiving their escrow, so they're not going to have an escrow account, they're going to pay their own taxes. Pennsylvania, taxes are paid ahead of time. So still at closing, you're going to reimburse the seller for some of the taxes they paid. So even if you're waiving your escrow, on your closing disclosure, you will see some sort of tax reimbursement to the seller. I have one where they can't show that school taxes are paid. So even though he's waived his escrow, they're collecting a whole year of school taxes. So they make sure they're paid. That's not being shady. That's not doing anything unethical. That is how title companies have to cover themselves to make sure these tax collectors don't come back to them or the buyers and say, hey, next year you're really, really short, and now we got a problem.
Yeah, that's solid info.
Yeah,
you have to have prorations paid to the seller. The money's due back, no matter what. So it's very unfortunate when, lenders don't show transparency. They just show garbage just to make the bottom line look less to get the deal. And it only hurts the buyer at the end, because the buyer is now scrambling to come up with thousands of dollars. Now, to Tom's point, a lot of agents are going to say, oh, well, I don't do financing. Everybody doesn't do financing when the important stuff comes up. But a lot of them say, hey, I don't get estimates from these other lenders. Okay, light bulb just went off. You need a second look through West Penn Financial, because we give an estimate with every client, and we give full escrows, 12 months of taxes, 13, whatever it may be, for full transparency. So people can't hide behind, oh, I don't just get an estimate. Be involved in the transaction, help the client, because the only person that people are going to be yelling at closing is the lender, when there's so many other people in the transaction that were supposed to be the professionals working together. So
they didn't even look at the estimate. They just got it signed by the buyer. It wasn't even looked at by them.
Right. Take 5 minutes, glance over it, and you'll see those things point out at you, like 2 months of taxes. You're missing at least 10 months. So it's either your buyer's going to be pissed off at closing, or they don't have the money and they're not going to close. So save yourself some aggravation, work with a local professional like one of us three, and ask questions. Don't just ride it until closing.
And with this day and age where everyone is looking to show value, that is a great value piece, to be an extra set of eyes. We don't want you to be the finance company. We just want you to be an extra set of eyes that say, oh, this is a red flag. Let's call Ryan, Tom, or Anthony to double check what's going on here. That's great. Now you save your client money. They're happy. They're confident. And again, if you're a local professional, you're understanding that Jordan Taxes, which does a lot of our tax work in our area, stinks. They're slower than molasses. And a lot of these title companies aren't getting tax information until a couple days before closing. That's just the reality of the world we live in. And everyone in real estate knows it. So if you're working with Jordan, if you're working with a title company and you know you're not going to get taxes to the last minute, but you're closing your eyes to the cost sheet and then just befuddled by when the numbers come in, that is just, you're really flipping the coin and leaving it up to the big guy upstairs that everything comes in correct.
Yeah, and I've seen it not come in correct a lot.
A lot. So give us a call. We want to be your local partners. We're here to help. And let's go USA.
All right, guys.
Go USA. Later,
See you,
boys.
Tom, Ryan,